at 6 o'clock. We got a full house. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Since we have one topic on our agenda, we'll go ahead and get straight to it. If we could, we don't have any minutes to approve, so I don't know why that's on there. We could go ahead and have a roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Dumont.
Here.
Golding. Jansen.
Here.
Mesa.
Here.
Nichols.
Here.
Stokes.
Here.
Mayor Hoffman.
Here. And we'll do announcements at the end. Do we have any visitor cards? Any visitors like to speak? All right. So we'll go ahead and move on to our item on the agenda today. City Clerk, can you read the ordinance by title?
An ordinance of the City of Jacksonville Beach, Florida to amend Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 6, Police Officers Retirement System to correct an omission in Section 2-163.30D and to add a new Section 2-163.4D for purchase of accredited service for prior military or police service, providing for legislative findings, repeal of conflicting ordinances, severability, codification, and an effective date.
This ordinance is before the council for a public hearing and consideration on its second reading. I will now open the public hearing on ordinance number 2020-8159. Do we have any public comment cards in favor of the ordinance? Anyone like to speak in favor of the ordinance? Anyone opposed to the ordinance that would like to speak? Seeing none, we'll close public hearing. Can I have a motion?
I move we approve the collective bargaining agreement with the Paternal Order of Police for a 2-year term effective October 1st, 2020, and adopt ordinance number 2020-8159.
Sorry, Councilman Nichols. I just wanted to correct on the record that the council's not voting tonight on the collective bargaining agreement, item number 20-249. That's my error. I submitted it along with the agenda memo, but the council does not need to vote on that. It won't vote on that tonight. The council already unanimously approved that. So the only agenda item tonight is 20-250. My apologies.
Thank you. I move that we adopt ordinance number 2020-8159 on the second reading, amending the City Code of Ordinance, Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 6, Police Officers Retirement System.
Is there a second?
Thanks.
Second by Mr. Stokes. Is there any discussion? Do not see any lights. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Dumont.
Yes.
Jansen.
Yes.
Mesa.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Stokes.
Yes.
Mayor Hoffman.
Yes, motion carries. That is our only official item of business. I just wanted to take a few minutes. I told you guys at the last meeting that we'd have a little bit of time if anybody wanted to make any comments, any New Year's resolutions, any reflections on the year. I just wanted to cover a couple of administrative things. A few things that we've learned over the last couple of months that with the new council seated. One of them is a habit that we've been doing as long as I've been on council that I'd like to go ahead and take the opportunity to break, and that is using the motion to table for postponing a motion that we don't want to vote on at that time. So everybody, this is your little New Year's homework assignment. The more appropriate motion would be to postpone definitely, in which case we have a date certain that we would want to readdress the issue, or to postpone indefinitely, which basically kills the motion. So postpone definitely, postpone indefinitely. Those are your homework assignments. They can be used the same way that you would table a motion. You can only use it on that motion though once the motion has been made and seconded. So if you don't already have a little dusty old copy of Robert's Rules of Order, you can find all of this online. The other thing, we're getting closer. We've been working on this for quite some time, but you guys saw it firsthand, is our process for nominating and reappointing board members. And my goal for next year is that we would have a more fluid or more structured process where we have a briefing where we go, or we'd have interviews at a certain time, then we would have a briefing and we could assess all of the boards at that time, all of the candidates, discuss them freely at a briefing and put together more of a slate rather than trying to do them one at a time. So that's a lofty goal, but I think that we're ready to go there. And I'm sure our city clerk is also ready for us to go there. You should have gotten an email from Ann Muse about our city manager's annual review, so please take a look at that and be prepared for that process. It's a really important process. We only have 2 employees that report to us, so that having a really good thorough review process is some important responsibility of the city council. And then the final thing, you guys may not all remember this, new council members, but we recently changed how text amendments to the land development code could be introduced. And basically, you used to be able to, anybody could come in and apply for a text amendment change to the land development code. We changed that. Now it has to go through city staff or through the city council. But at this point, and we kind of did a trial balloon a couple weeks ago, we don't really have a process for that to come through the city council. So that is something that we'll also be working on, working with the city manager on. If someone comes to you, whether they have been turned down by city staff, that it's something you're interested in seeing if the city council would want to consider, what does that process look like, considering sunshine, considering the constraints of briefings versus city council meetings. So those are just a few updates from me. Does anybody else have anything they want to say or share? Mr. Jansen?
Yeah, I don't know if we got out of line, just to ask Chris if things are moving along good with the East Brewers, if you need any assistance from us, or if you can give us just a real brief update, so we're not here a long time.
Sure. So yeah, things are moving along. So after our last public meeting, I met with Mr. DeWitt, and we spent about 45 minutes together talking about the ways that, some of the ways that he may be impacted by the ordinance. We've scheduled a time for Mr. DeWitt, myself, city manager, and several of our police department personnel to meet and to discuss safety. My position to the staff and the manager is that we should start with public safety as the foundation of what we're attempting to do here. And Mr. DeWitt agreed, not that council needs his permission, but just as a cooperative local business owner, he agrees. Then we also scheduled a meeting subsequent to that meeting of department heads, the relevant department heads. Of course, the clerk's office is involved, police department, code enforcement, those types of departments. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having meetings, and then I'll be able to come to council with more information at a briefing on January 25th. So myself and some of the department heads, and of course Mike, will be available to discuss with council on January 25th. And we should be able to move forward, and hopefully by March, be bringing an ordinance to you for first reading.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I like to, just as a matter of comment, the idea of a bond is, I think that's fantastic. The more I studied it, the more I looked at it, because I really hold some responsibility towards these businesses for what's
Mr. Manson?
First of all, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's, and I wish everyone a safe and healthy one. I also want to give many praises to Sergeant David Cohill. Known him for many years, especially after when he was working with Jerry so he came over to Jack's Beach. I think Jack's Beach being a great police officer. He has the respect of many of the police officers in the department, and I highly have so much respect for you, sir. And I can tell that you have put a lot of work into the contract negotiations. I just want to let you know that you've done a great job, and I look forward to working with you in the future years. Thank you.
Mr. Stokes?
So I want to hope that everybody had a safe and happy holiday season to this point. Have a great New Year's. I'm looking forward to getting back to work with this group after the first of the year. I think we have a really exciting slate for 2021. A lot of really great things that we're going to do. Really looking forward to getting together with the vision plan, getting that workshop going, the strategic plan, our mission statement, all really exciting things that I know the citizens of Jacksonville Beach are really excited for us to be moving forward. I also want to give a quick shout out to our Public Works Department. Thank them for updating the street signs. Mine was in bad need of repair. A few streets around me were in bad need of repair. The Watch for Children signs, the speed limit signs. So just want to shout out their number, 904-247-6219. If you have street signs that are in disrepair, they're working all around the city to get them done. But there's been quite a few that I've noticed, and all the ones that I've noticed so far have been fixed. So big shout out to them for getting on that and taking care of the dirty street signs and putting nice new ones.
Anybody else?
Mayor, could I just give one quick update on the mobile food dispensing vehicle?
Please.
So that's an issue for the new council members that you might not be completely familiar with, but I made a promise to Ms. Dumont that I would have that topic addressed before the end of the year. I'm unfortunately going to end up breaking my promise to Ms. Dumont because we did have several meetings on that topic within our interdepartments, and those various meetings did get either bumped because of either illness for some members of our staff or other emergency matters. So we ended up having the plan of attack to have that addressed by this month. It has been moved. So the mobile food dispensing vehicle meetings are taking place early January. I promise we're working on that, and we're going to be presenting council with some changes and upgrades. And the topic was having those mobile food dispensing vehicles in communities that have HOAs and potentially COAs, and also having the food dispensing vehicles perhaps at some of the city parks and the different issues that are related to that. So we would need to change our ordinances. Of course, that's the Planning and Development Department. At this point, it would mostly be Heather Ireland, as far as we can see, is going to help me with that. But also Police Department, as you can imagine. So we are working on it. But that was on my list to get it done by this month, but many circumstances led to it being bumped, so I owe Ms. Dumont a big apology. But we are working on it, I promise. It's at the top of my board. Thank you.
Thank you for that update. Anybody else? One other announcement I'm sure you guys probably already saw, but Canines for Warriors has partnered with our 3 municipal police departments and has given Jack's Beach, Neptune Beach, and Atlantic Beach a station dog. I hear that's going pretty well. Our dog's name is Jamie and apparently spends a lot of time on the chief's couch. So she's providing a lot of comfort and stability there to at least the chief. But hopefully we'll get to meet Jamie sometime soon. And there was also talk at one point around the 4th of July about potentially having fireworks on New Year's Eve, and that's not happening, in case you thought that might still be on the docket. That is not happening, was not budgeted by the city of Jacksonville. Probably not a good time to look at doing big crowded events anyway. So if there's nothing else, thank you guys all for a great last couple of months of the year, and I look forward to seeing you all in 2021. We're back to Zoom briefings, I believe, on January 11th. So you should have that on your calendar, and we will see you, or at least your head in a little box, then if not sooner. So happy New Year. Meeting adjourned.